Sorry, dear. Went out. Okay, go ahead.
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, technical glitch. Now we're back. So this boat is actually called a Clarkcraft Mongoose K198 Cuddy Cabin. It's a kit boat that you can order online, and you get plans and patterns for it. The company's been around for a long time. That's where I got the plans and the patterns for this boat. The boat actually is, the 198 is for 19 feet 8 inches. However, this boat is 22 feet 2 inches. I added 2.5 feet to the length of the boat from the original plan. So I stretched it 30 inches, and the boat has frames in it that are stationed every 30 inches. And so what I did was I added a frame. I added 30 inches in about this section of the boat right here.
One technical difficulty. I can't see you anymore.
That's fine. Just tap the screen.
Touch it when it goes black.
Okay.
Okay. But what we needed was, this boat originally had a cuddy cabin in the front that's 6 feet 6 inches long, so you could sleep up there. But I wanted to be able to also sleep in the back section of the boat, or if we had two couples, one couple could sleep in the back section, the other couple could sleep in the front section. Also, during the winter, it's cool enough down in southern Florida here to sleep in the cuddy cabin, but during the summer it's extremely hot, so you probably want to sleep in the back. So I basically have 6 foot 6 inches, the cockpit and the seats and all that stuff, another 6 foot 6 inches, and you can see down here we have the cushions. That table does come out, and we have a center cushion, so the whole thing is flat. You can sleep on the whole thing. You come to the back here. This is the back of the transom here. The boat. Now, generally, this boat would have a motor well, which would come about 2 feet in, so that would take more room up. But I wanted to utilize all this space, so I came all the way to the back here, made the transom straight. Then you can see there's a bracket here, then a jack plate, and then the motor. So everything is outside the boat, so it gave me enough room to do the whole boat. Now the boat is about 7 feet wide, and generally a boat this size is about 8 feet wide. So the boat is long, it's narrow, and it has a lot of V in it. It has 21-degree V at the transom, which makes for a very smooth ride in rough water. We get a lot of chop down here in southern Florida, so it goes through the water really smooth, as opposed to a boat that is flatter. It rides higher in the water, but it pounds a lot more. Every design has its pluses and minuses. A flat boat, again, pounds really well, but it comes on plane real easy. Doesn't take as much horsepower to push the boat. This boat takes more horsepower to push the boat, but it rides a lot smoother in the water. Anyway, this is a 250 horsepower Yamaha 4-stroke 6-cylinder engine, fuel injected. It's an amazing engine. In the old days, you had to mix gas and oil, you had to prime the pump, you had to choke it to start it and all that stuff. Here, all you gotta do is turn the key and it starts right up. It's really nice. There's a 4-inch jack plate on here, which raises the motor up and down. It's to fine tune the motor, the height of the motor. Depends on how fast you go, depends on how much weight you're carrying, all that stuff. And if you're in extremely shallow water, you could lift the motor up, so you have more clearance on the bottom. Then it has a swim platform or a transom bracket. This is a stainless steel bracket. It's down basically at the water level, and on the other side over there, it's got a telescoping ladder that comes out. We're going to use this boat for water skiing, wakeboarding, and just in general, once you're in the water, it makes it so much easier to get out of the water because the platform is there.
I believe we have a shower back here.
Hang on. So, of course, you didn't spare anything on this boat. And if you get out of the water, especially salt water, and especially if you're water skiing or if we're going to spend the night on the boat, you don't want to be covered in salt water. So we have a shower back here, just like you want a shower. We carry 24 gallons of fresh water on the boat, and we carry 50 gallons of gasoline on the boat, which is underneath the floor right here. And that we get about 3 or 4 miles to the gallon, so we have a range of almost 200 miles on this boat, between 150 and 200 miles total range on the boat. there's a bracket down here. Everybody come on board, I guess. Feet. You can see there's a little bracket down here. This holds a water ski pylon. The pylon sits up about this high. It's got arms that, it has arms that go out to support that bracket. It makes it really nice for water skiing. The motor, the end of the rope is in the boat. It's above the motor. Really nice for water skiing. Then we have our table here. This table comes out. We store it underneath, and then we put the cushion in here to make a complete platform to sleep on. We take, a lot of times we go out on the boat just for a day and eat our lunch and then lie down for a nap. We probably lie down right here. Then we got the cockpit area. With Chuck.
You hold the wine glasses. I knocked off 2 wine glasses.
This seat pivots. This seat will turn all the way around backwards. The water ski observer and all that stuff. Both seats slide back and forth. We got our cockpit here. We got all kinds of stuff here. We got our handheld VHF marine radio. Our GPS. This thing's amazing. It's GPS and sonar, and it's got miles per hour. It's got water temperature. You can chart a course on it. It has a little bit of everything. We got all our switches here. We got our Kenwood stereo. And we got amplifiers on it, a 10-inch subwoofer. So you could get the thump going pretty good here. Here we've got a storage locker.
Beverly did the same thing I did.
Oh boy. You can store stuff in here. To hose you guys down.
I thought I had them stuck in there good.
I don't believe you can. I don't believe it'll stick. We got a shower back there.
Now we're going to go into the master suite, the cuddy cabin or the V berth.
It's pretty, isn't it?
All right, we're inside the V berth now, and it'll sleep 2 people easily in here. We got a hatch for a ventilation hatch. We got ports that open up on either side. We have over here, we have another shower that we could use in here. And
There's another shower in here.
we have another hatch here that goes to the bow. The anchor lockers in the bow up there. We have a fan to cool it off down here. And we have USB ports that plug cell phones in. Lights, cabin lights down here. And that's about it.
Oh, whoa. Hold it. What if I don't bring my Depends and I have to pee? Where do I go? In the water?
Yeah, well, Beverly has used a bucket before, and we can go in the water, so you don't go for that.
No.
However,
You're gonna get off the boat if you don't.
No.
Oh. Well, let me see here. Now, we have priorities building a boat, and of course, seeing that my wife is going to go overnight on the boat, there was one definite priority that she would not live without.
are you serious?
So under here, we have a toilet.
Oh my goodness.
Now, let me go in here. And this toilet works quite well, by the way.
Where are the magazines?
Now, this is no regular toilet. A lot of you are used to a marine toilet, have a hand pump that nobody knows how to use, a pain in the butt. This toilet is an automatic toilet. It's battery operated. We have switches right here. And what you do is it says right here, push here first. Fills the bowl up with water. You do your business, and you simply flush the toilet. Just like that. Now, generally, this toilet the water is fed into this toilet by whatever you're in, the lake you're in, the salt water, whatever. Now, being a boat builder, and that requires putting a hole in the bottom of your boat. So you can get the water, you got to put a hole below the water line. And I didn't want to put a hole in the bottom of my boat. So what I did was I tied the fresh water system into the toilet flushing system. So I used my 24 gallons of water to flush this toilet. And it goes into a 12-gallon holding tank in the bow up here. Then it's either pumped out. You're supposed to go 3 miles out to sea to pump it out, or you can go to a marina and have it pumped out. So that's our toilet.
Wow.
So everybody's happy now. That's the end of our tour.
Close it back up.
We gotta do our champagne.
We got to clap for the end of the tour. Easy.
Are they gonna stay now? They're not gonna spill.
We'll hold the table.
I'm gonna hold that one down.
Yeah. I felt I bumped that one and I reached for the other one, and I think you did and Kathy did it all at the same time. That's the one I pulled down your leg. I poured one in with my shoe.
All over the front of me.
Beverly just got my bathing suit and my belly button. Didn't you, Bev?
We're gonna show the toast.
Yep.
That's $5. Oh, I got to drink out of the bottle. Or I can just here. Ryan should drink out of this one.
Here's to my amazing husband, an amazing design, and fun for all.
And amazing friends and family.
And mom.
And amazing son.
Salute.
Cheers.
Here, here.
Cheers. Cheers.
And a special thanks to Beverly for
Oh, don't get all
Stay-
emotional.
staying up at night while I was building the boat. And spending the weekends alone.
As far as you know,
Thank you, dear.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, gone.